are talking today about 15 minutes of success with Tenita, the Bestseller Johnson. And if you want to get your book written, if you want to be a speaker on a platform, you need a book to sell, to do your best. So welcome to 15 Minutes of Success with Dr. Lotus Richey. Hey there.
Hey, beautiful.
How are you? Woo-hoo.
I'm so good. I need to be at that boardroom with you. I need to be in the room with you.
Well, I can't wait till we get together. I'm looking forward for us to get together.
Yes.
We've got some stuff to do to help some folks around the world. And for those of you that's just joining us today, I am your lady, Dr. Lotus Richey. And of course, my special guest today for 15 Minutes of Success is none other than Tenita, the Bestseller Johnson. So we're going to talk to you a few minutes about success, 15 minutes of success. And this can help you. And it doesn't matter what vocation you're in, because you could be a writer, you could be a speaker, you could be a candlestick maker or a cake baker. Yes. We have 15 minutes of success tips that we're going to give you. And so, look, I tell people every time, come on in and get in where you fit in, but make sure you're getting in with a notepad and a pen, and a pen. Why? Because note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. But honey, you can't make no changes if you don't take no notes, and you can't take no notes without a pen. So get a pen, and take them notes, and then go back and read them notes so you can implement them in your life. So, Tenita, again, I want to thank you for being here. Tell our viewers a little bit about you, and then we're going to jump right into this thing.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Lotus. I am Tenita Bestseller Johnson, known to many people as the book bully. I tell people, if you are in my life for any amount of time, you will probably write a book, even if you don't think you have a book. And so I help speakers and coaches and authors monetize on their message in the marketplace. And I like to tell them you can monetize on your message in the marketplace without compromising your ministry mandate. So many times we think ministry and business need to be separate, but I'm here to tell you, you need to combine the two.
Exactly. And I love that. So I want to invite each and every one of you around the world. Go ahead and share this broadcast. Go ahead and like. I'm using my phone right now. If you can see it, maybe not. I don't know. I'm using my phone right now. So Tenita and I are going to take a minute. We're going to jump right on my page, and we're going to share this broadcast across the radio and airwaves. So let's go ahead and take a quick second. You got 30 seconds. Go ahead and share this message. Come on, folks, let's share this message, because we are about to do the doggone thing. We are going to share 15 minutes of success, and we want you to share it too. Let's go. We've got 9 seconds. 9 seconds. Who are you sharing this with? I'm sharing with Yvonne Reed, Hillary Gooden, Tandra Price, Shirley Murphy, Nala Baraki. That's who I'm sharing with. And so I'm sharing with many more people around the world as well. Who did you share with, Tenita?
I shared it to my page. So I shared it to my page in general.
Fantastic. So let's get right into it. So they call you the book bully, not because you bully people, but because you don't take no for an answer, because you know that people's got books inside of them. They've got stories. And I always say your story is your power, and your power is your story. And hopefully you're giving the Most High the glory, right?
Yes.
So, Tenita, let's talk about how people can really be efficient from a mindset perspective.
Absolutely. So the first thing I tell people, Lotus, is guard your ear gates and your eye gates. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you hearing on a daily basis? When I'm in the car, I'm usually not listening to the general radio. I'm listening to podcasts, or I'm listening to YouTube videos. I'm listening to worship. What things are going to edify you to keep you in a good space? And what are you watching? So I don't just watch TV frivolously. I don't watch the news. I can get all the news I want on social media, and I can find out what's going on without watching the news. but I don't watch CNN. I don't binge on things like that. I'm usually watching something that is edifying me. Or I'm not watching TV at all. I'm in ministry school right now, so I don't have a lot of free time to watch TV. The other thing I tell people is the top 5 people in your circle, and I get it. Not everybody has 5 people, but let's say you have a circle of 10. Who are the top 5? So ask yourself, are these top 5 people in my circle that I'm talking to day in and day out, are they getting me closer to my goals? Or are we just on the phone complaining about, I'm broke, I don't have this, I need this, I didn't close this client? Or are we on the phone celebrating and goal setting? So if you don't have those top 5, if you don't have those 5 people in your top 5, you may need to move some people around and start talking to some different people on a regular basis. So my top 2 people I talk to every day, multiple times a day, they are entrepreneurs as well, because we're in the same space. So I'm not talking to people who are working a 9 to 5, because that's a totally different space. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that. And here's another thing too that you want to know about your top 5 people. Are they helping or are they hurting your progress?
Yes.
And then you have to flip this thing. Are you helping them or are you hurting their progress? Because this is a two-way street, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when I say, are you helping or hurting or are they helping or hurting your progress? Tenita, what comes to mind when I say that to you as you evaluate people in your circle?
Absolutely. So we talk a lot about mindset, Dr. Lotus. The biggest thing is I'm not talking to people who are like, I can't pay my bills this week. I don't have gas money. The people I'm talking to, Dr. Lotus, are talking about how can we go bless people at the gas station and just hand out random gas cards to people? How can we go bless people at Starbucks and just pay for different people's coffee in line and just, give people joy? How can we spread joy? How can we spread hope? How can we sow? We're not talking about living day to day. We are talking about living on purpose. And that's another thing I would say. When we really talk about success is not just income, but it's impact. And I tell people, impact over income. If you are impactful, the income will come. If you are truly impactful and you are truly in alignment with what you're called to do in the earth, the income will come. The money will come by you just naturally doing what you do. By nature, I am an exhorter and an encourager. So just by nature, when I exhort and encourage people, people just sow into me just because.
Yes.
Because.
I love that.
And everywhere I go, Dr. Lotus, I unlock people in their mindsets. Mm-hmm. I unlock people in their giving. I'm like, okay, I know you want to pay your bills, but how about we stretch out and say, God, allow me to pay somebody else's bills this month?
I love that. Yeah, I love that, because you really become the solution to a problem or an answer to a question when you go out and you sow with good tidings. And here's another thing that I really love. When you go out and you help people, you also give them ideas so that they can help themselves, because Napoleon Hill said one sound idea is all that you need to achieve success. And a lot of people want to have success. They need to have success, but guess what? They don't know how to get to the success sweet spot. And that's why I'm doing this called 15 Minutes of Success. And you guys, you saw Miss Tenita on my show, the Lotus Richey Ignite Show, and we said we were coming back. We were going to do this 15 Minutes of Success. Why? Because we want you to understand and know that you have people out here that is cheering you on. Yes. And we encourage you that you can be the solution, one, to your own challenge, and you can be the solution to someone else's challenge.
Correct.
And you know what? Sometimes, Tenita, people are very fearful. People are fearful to be the solution for themselves and to be the solution for someone else. But here's what I say: face your fears and have control over yourself. What do you think about that?
No, that's huge, because here's what I tell people, Dr. Lotus: fear will be present at every entryway to your next level. So anytime you prepare to go to the next level in church, in business, in family, in mindset, fear is going to say, We
Yep.
can't do that. We don't know what's over there.
Exactly.
But you've got to do it with fear and trembling anyway. I know a lot of people have fear of public speaking, but let me tell you, it is the most edifying thing,
Yes.
energizing thing for me right now. And I used to be so fearful to speak in front of people, and I love it now. I will probably
Yes.
speak more than I will write books. The other thing, Dr. Lotus, is I tell people, listen, you need to have one focus. When I started my business, all I was doing was editing. I wasn't publishing, I wasn't book coaching, I wasn't doing bios, I was just editing manuscripts. I got known as the editorial guru because that's all I did. A lot of people, you're trying to sell Melaleuca, then you want to sell Mary Kay, then you work a 9 to 5, then you baking cakes on Saturday. We don't know what to call you, because
Right. Right.
what are you really called to do? There are a lot of things that I could do, but what are you really called to do?
Right. And I remember when I was in Japan, I used to listen to um, this thing from um, now I can't think of his name, but I used to listen to this video over and over and over and over and over again, and it talked about from Tyler Perry actually, and Tyler was speaking directly to me, and what he said was, you got to have the focus, like you said. He said you
Yeah.
can't um, plant seeds here and plant seeds here. One day you're doing a hair salon, and one day you're a barber shop, and one day you're
Yeah.
doing a car detail, and one day you trading on the stock exchange or whatever. He
Yeah.
didn't say all those things, but um, what he said was, you're doing so much, but if
Yeah.
you just narrow your focus really
Mhm.
and plant your seed,
Yeah.
plant that seed and water it
Yeah.
expeditiously, it will make room for everything else you want to do.
It sure
And
will.
and I really, really agree with that. And now some people might say, well, Lotus, I got so many talents. I have a
Mhm.
plethora of talents myself. But what
Yeah.
I know is that what I'm great at, I do what I'm great at, and it's making way for everything else that I'm great at. And I don't have to
Mhm.
stand on a soapbox to say, oh, I'm great at this. It's just opening doors for me.
That's
And
right.
even Steve Harvey talks about it, and Les Brown talks about it. You got to be hungry, and being
Mhm.
hungry and being focused
Yes.
on that one thing. you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
um
Yeah. And
Keller
so the
really
other thing you
Keller
notice is
really talks about that, the one thing. I think
the
that's the
one
name of the
thing.
book. Yeah.
Yeah. The one
So
thing.
what
And it's
what
like,
what is
just
your one
find,
thing?
yeah,
Right.
it's like
So
find your one thing, find your one
yep.
lane, put on blinders, don't worry about what everybody else is doing, and
Yep.
burn rubber in your lane. I have been
Exactly.
talking and teaching and coaching on books for 20 plus years now. Like, that's still my one thing.
Yes.
so
Yes.
so I tell people, I'm like, I help people transform the world through their words. They're like, well, how do you do that? Through books.
Do books. Yep.
Period. Yeah.
And this is a part of what I do as well. I help people to get their message out, expand their reach, and raise their revenue. And people say, well, you say that, what do you mean? You cannot expand your reach if you don't get in front of the people who need and want your products and
Their services.
services.
Hmm.
Okay. And if you don't have someone that's standing in the gap for you, I'm that person. If you need to talk to someone overseas and I'm already connected, why wouldn't I connect you with them?
Yes.
Because it's going to further expand my reach as well, because now you're over in this other arena. You're bringing all your viewers, all the people that love and follow you, and then what we're doing is we're sharing the messages around the world. So
Yes.
you're expanding your reach, and through that, because you're doing what you love, you're going to undoubtedly increase your revenue,
Yes.
because
Yes.
whatever you do, your purpose, when you're doing and you're operating in your lane of purpose and genius and
Yes.
billionaire, that's what I call it. When you're being
Yes.
a billionaire, it's your mindset. You're being
Yes.
brilliant at what you do.
Hmm.
You're going to win. You're going to succeed. And
You're
that's
going
one
to
reason why I
every
do
time.
this show. Yeah, in the Lotus
Hmm.
Richey Ignite show, because when I first came back from Japan, Dr. Sandra Brooks said, well, Dr. Lotus, what do you want to do? I said, I just want, I was so excited. I said, I just want to help people ignite and take flight in every area of their life.
Hmm.
primarily because we can and we must. Because
We
if we
must.
don't, like Les Brown said, the greatness within us will die in the graveyard.
In the grave.
And I'd
In the
rather
grave.
die empty than full and never have shared it.
That's right.
So, that's the question, folks. For all of you viewing us around the world, those that are hitting the replay, share this with somebody. What is your
Your
one thing?
one thing.
What is
Yep.
your one thing? Go ahead and write it in the comment below. What is your one thing? What is your one thing? And now the other thing is coach. Tell us about why coaching is so important. Why
Oh, God.
we need to have a coach.
Absolutely. So all of the greats have coaches, and they don't just hire a coach and then get rid of the coach when they
Right.
get to the next level, because more times than not, the coach is so far ahead of them. It's like, I'm trying to get to the level she was at 2 years ago,
Exactly.
So again, they know something that you don't know, and that's okay. But don't pray and ask for wisdom and guidance, and then God sends the person into your life. And because the package is $15,000-$20,000, you don't want to
Yep.
invest. So it's like, I sent you the answer through this person to get to
Yep.
your next level. And because of your money mindset, you totally reject the answer. And so I have a business coach. I will probably keep her in my back pocket as long as she will be my business coach. I have no problem paying her monthly because she knows so many things that I don't know. Today, I'm a solopreneur, but I aspire to have a full-fledged company with full-time employees. She's already doing that.
Yep.
So I need somebody who's already doing where I'm trying to get to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love it. And so, like we shared, all of the greats have coaches. So if you don't have a coach, this is your opportune time. I coach people in business, and Tenita coaches people to get their book written and get their books out there and get their messages out there. And so if you want to be a speaker, and that's a part of your business, you're at the right place at the right time. Connect with myself and connect with Tenita. Reason being is because speakers need to have books. When you go into conferences or going to, if you're training a webinar or whatever, you need to have something that you can sell to your viewing audience. And now let's backtrack with that word sell, Tenita, because I kind of like to stay away from that word sell, because selling, when you sell, you're sending something out there, you're dangling that carrot, and people are paying you money, and that's all right. But I like to say circulate. So you need to have something that you can circulate, because when you circulate your book, when you circulate your speeches, when you circulate your skills and everything that you have, by the natural order of law, it must return to you. It will not go out void and return void.
And I tell people, yes, we're business people. Yes, there is a sales process, but I'm not a salesperson. I am a solutionist. You have a problem, I have a solution. This is the price you pay for the solution.
Exactly. So look, we have many people jumping on. We want to say hi to you and thank you for being here, and be sure to share this out. Hello, ladies. Good to see you. Lotus Roche Ignites. Hey, happy to have you here. This is actually the 15 minutes of success, and we are about to sum this up shortly. That 15 minutes go by fast.
So fast.
So make sure you have your notepads, people, because we're going to recap some of the things that we talked about. Hello, Columbus, Ohio. We happy to see you here. Hello, Australia. Mireille Tulakima, always happy to see you. And she said, yes, it must be a win-win relationship. And now here's the thing, Tenita. I have heard coaches before, they're coaching people, but at the same time, they're disparaging people. So let me ask you about the coaching thing that we do, because we're always coaching and training and uplifting people. Why is it so critical that coaches maintain a sense of professionalism and a sense of integrity when they're coaching people, and don't blast your people either in public or behind the scenes? Why is that so critical?
Yeah, no, it's pertinent because it's almost like when I win, my coach wins. It's not just about helping these. When I help people get their book done, it's a win for me. I know their name is on the book, but it's a win for me too. It's another notch in my belt to say, yes, I can do this. Yes, I just transformed somebody else's life. They'll go on to speak, do conferences, do webinars based on the book, all the things. But you help them get past the finish line that they could not get past. So it's one of those things like I don't blast clients, and my coach doesn't blast her clients at all, because they realize I'm training people up from whatever level they're at so they can now get to the same level as me, or get this, exceed where I am as a coach. I have coaches who don't mind. They're like, hey, if you exceed me, great. That helps me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it makes you shine as well. And so, hey, Selena, Dr. Selena Pinashimo, she says, yes, opening hearts.
Yes,
and Mireille Tulakima, she says, yes, you are impactful. The
income will come.
Yes, it will come. It will come. And like you said earlier, impact over income, that's good. And I dare say that's great, because here's the thing. If we focus too much on the income, sometimes our impact suffers. And sometimes we don't have any impact at all because we're so focused on the income.
That's right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's right. Kay said, choosing the right people we let be around us is wise advice. Grateful from the Philippines. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kay. Wow.
And our Facebook viewer says, you get out what you put in. Woo, that's right. True. Money follows motion. When you make an impact, people will want what you have and find you.
Money will find you.
True. Mm-hmm. That's the truth. Mireille says, feel the fear and do it anyway. Yes, yes. I always say, beat it into submission. Whatever it is that you want, don't allow fear to stop you. I remember Ayala Van Sant wrote this book called My Soul Opened Up, and I used to listen to her on the way to work. I had a cassette tape, right? A cassette tape, right? And she said one day my soul just opened up, and she said, I understand that when I'm in the grips of fear, I tell fear, I know it's you. I'm not going to deal with you today.
Not today.
She basically told fear to step back.
Yeah.
And I thought that was amazing. And so our Facebook user says, have to know your God-given purpose. People move around so much because they are not clear in their purpose. Their purpose. And here's another key component about purpose. Sometimes what you're working on, why you're working on it, and people may not understand. They may say, and this has happened to me, Dr. Lotus, why did you get a psychology degree and then you got a business degree? Well, because I understand the psychology of life and the psychology of business. You have to commingle them. But I knew I was going into practice when I came back from Japan. So sometimes people will not see or understand your purpose. Know that. But just because they don't understand doesn't mean that you write them off. But stay focused to what the Most High has given you to do. And even if it seems to other people that, why are they studying this and why are they studying that? They don't know your purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Stay focused. And so here we go.
The other thing I want to reiterate too is knowing who you serve, getting clarity on who you really serve best. We can serve a whole lot of people, but it won't serve us. So you need to create a business. You need to create a service or product that not only serves your ideal consumer and target market, but that serves you. What's going to set your soul on fire?
Yes,
it has to serve you too. Yeah,
exactly. I love that. And people follow other people instead of following the idea that God has given them. Woo! Yes. Woo! You said a mouthful. Focus on the one thing that will bring you closer to achieving your goals. Hello from the Philippines. Wow. And this thing is on fire today. Master one thing and all other talents we have will shine through. That
naturally.
Is true. Wow. So look, we are on fire today. I want to thank you, Tenita, and we're going to bring Tenita back. If you want to see her back, come on, put some T's in the comment. Put some T's in the comment, because look, I'm coming with speakers from all around the world and various vocations to give 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Richey. Why? Because I care about your success. Because when you succeed, what happens, Tenita?
We all succeed.
We all succeed. And so with that, I hope you got we got some teas coming in. So great.
Yay.
I hope you got your notepad and I hope you got your pen because we're getting ready to recap this before we jump off. So let's go. For those of you that just coming today, of course, I'm here with the lady herself, Tenita Bestseller Johnson. She helps people all around the world, just like you and I, to get the best-selling book of a lifetime. And so I invite you to connect with her. So Tenita, go ahead and put your information in the chat, and I'm going to bring it up on the screen so that people will know how to connect with you. Okay, and you can follow her on all her social media. You can check with her on Facebook and in a myriad of all of her social media, and she will respond. Okay. And so what we shared today is that the quote from Napoleon Hill, one sound idea is all that you need to achieve success. And Tenita, what else did we share?
Top 5 people in your immediate circle. Who are they?
5 people.
Yeah. And are they helping or are they hurting?
Yes. Are they helping or are they hurting? You need to know that. Are they helping you or are they hurting you? And if you look right on the side in the thread, okay, you'll see Tenita's information is there. Okay. So make sure you check her out and connect with her. Okay. I'm going to put her other link in there too, how you can catch up with her on social media. Okay. Make sure you catch up with her on social media. And I see some more people still streaming in. I see Nikki Hammer. It's great to see you.
Hey, Nikki.
Happy to have you here from Chi-Town. Always great to see you. So, who are your 5 people in your circle? Are you a solution to a problem or an answer to a question? Yes, you are. And is someone else being that answer or the solution to the problem? And again, take notes. Take notes. Don't forget to always take notes. So let's go on down to some other things that we did. Okay.
We said guard your ear gates and your eye gates.
Exactly. Guard your ear gates and your eye gates. Why do you need to guard your ear gates and your eye gates? And let me put a why in there. You need to guard your ear gates and your eye gates because what you think about, who you are around, they impact you. It affects you. What you think about, you bring about. If you're with somebody, they're always talking negative. Guess what? You're going to pick that up and lay down what you believe, or they're going to pick up your positivity. You got to make a choice. Okay.
Yes.
Tenita?
That's it. The other thing we definitely said impact over income.
Yes.
Finding your one thing, which is huge. Finding your one thing and finding out who I serve best using that one thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So we gave them about 7 different nuggets.
Exactly. Yeah. And so as we leave you, I want to share this one with you. Giver, getter, taker. Who are they? Giver, getter, with 2 T's. That's right. Like you heard Medea say, you got to get got. I'm going to get got. Are you getting got? Are you a giver, a getter, a taker? Which one are you? And who are those in your life that are givers, getters, and takers? You have to identify them, folks, because a lot of times we're spending time with the getters. They just want to get what they can get. Yeah. We're spending a lot of time with the takers. And oftentimes we're not spending enough time with the giver. And oftentimes we can be the giver, the getter, or the taker. So I welcome you to identify yourself. And when you identify yourself, if it's not something that you like, change it. Because you truly have the power to change whatever is inside of you. Because after all, it's about who your 5 top people in your circle are all about, what they're about, what you're about. So with that being said, Tenita, let's tell folks what you got coming up next.
So I am working on, number one, I'm working on an anthology project called Overcoming the Enemy's Plans. I think we've got room for about 3 more women. It's about women sharing a story of victory or something they've overcome that basically should have took them out. Okay. The other thing is I'm working on something called the Anthology Accelerator. Dr. Lotus, I tapped into anthologies about 5 years ago, and I have learned the power of community. So I'm intentional about teaching other people how to create their own anthology, how to get authors together about a specific subject, create the anthology project, launch the anthology project, do a successful bestseller campaign, all of that. So yeah, that's starting July 12th. So yeah.
All right, fantastic. And I can't wait to be a part of it. And I want to welcome each and every one of you to join her on this quest to help you get to where you're going. And then make sure you check us out in August. I'm looking to do some other things with Tenita where we're going to be having a workshop. If I can get her to come on in, right?
Yes.
Do this workshop with all of you. And the workshop is going to be absolutely at no cost to you. Come into the workshop. We're going to teach you this workshop. We'll have our flyers out. We'll share this to you. And we're only doing a select number of people. So once you see the advertisement for it, it's going to be time for you to grab that opportunity in the time of the opportunity and come into this workshop, and let's get you going on your next anthology, your next best-selling book. Because why? The bully is here, right here. Yes. She is the number one bestseller herself, Tenita Johnson. And so we appreciate you all. We look forward to talking with you real soon. Have a great day. And no matter what, remember, every day, make it a great day. Make it a time where you express your 15 minutes of success. Okay, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Remember, follow the show on YouTube, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing as you ignite and take flight in every area of your life.